Our hospital administrator and football analyst Oseo Subempa has criticized the GFA for their poor handling of the aftermath of the accident. Subempa says it was wrong for the authorities to have allowed the technical team members fly to Accra before receiving medical attention after the accident. Now, according to the A's football commentator, the delay in receiving medical care after road traffic accident is a major cause of many deaths in the country, and says we are lucky to have all three alive.
Delay in seeking care is the number one cause of death, especially in RTA. RTA meaning road traffic accident. An accident happens, let's say, between Kumasi and, let's say, in Koko. And then you think that, the accident happened, let's say, around a kilometer or two from even a health center. And you decide that, let's get them to Nkoko immediately, or let's get them back to Kumasi. There is a intervening period between the time that the accident occurred and the time you see the best doctor in the world. Anything could have happened. And I think that's one thing that they missed. We are lucky to have these guys around. I think a lot of things didn't go well. And that is an education for all of us. It seems to me that the victims communicated their condition to whoever was in Accra. And I think that was wrong. Sometimes in accident situation where people are traumatized, they may not be adequately able to communicate their situation or condition. How did they even determine their temperature at the time, their BP and whatever it is? How were they able to determine? There could be something deeper. And therefore, when there is some of these situations, we don't have to assume that everything is okay and that we have the luxury of traveling far distances to go and see the best physician. Anything could happen.
All right. Now, meanwhile, the Black Stars yesterday began their preparations with 10 men opening their first training session at Accra Sports Stadium. Now, the players included goalkeepers Frederick Asari and Joseph Walakot. The rest are Abdul Fattah Isahaku, Thomas Partey, Antoine Semenyo, Brendan Thomas Asante, and Jonas Ajete, together with Tariq Lamte, Ebenezer Annan, and Ibrahim Osman. Now, meanwhile, Coach Otoado has handed a late call-up to Forson Amankwa for the qualifiers. Now, the 21-year-old Norwich City midfielder who has made an impressive start to his career at Carrow Road following 2 assists and 6 appearances as his move from Red Bull Salzburg will travel with the rest of the squad to Kumasi later today. The team will continue with their preparations later this afternoon with a training session at the Babara Sports Stadium before the game on Thursday at 4 p.m. against Angola. Now, Leicester City winger Abdul Fattah Isahaku, he has arrived in camp and he has been speaking ahead of Thursday's encounter and says that they are going to give their all against Angola.
It's just another game, and we just go with full energy, and as we always have the support, and we are ready to also give all for the nation, and we are just going to give all and take a win. I just want to say we need the support, and we are ready, and we are going to give all for the nation to get the 3 points.
All right, so Fattah, therefore, he has also been shedding light on playing alongside Jordan Ayew, who moved to Leicester City from Crystal Palace this summer, and how their partnership will help both country and club.
He's always a senior player, and I love playing with him, and he always guide and give you more advice, and even outside and inside the pitch. So I'm happy, and I think it's going to be easier for me playing with him, both in the national team and club, and I'm so happy. Before I heard he was coming, I spoke with him, and I was happy, and it was amazing. And right now I'm happy. I have another brother in my team, and we do it together as always in the national team, and we are going to do it more in the team as well.
Now, meanwhile, officials of the National Sports Authority say that Babara Sports Stadium is ready to host the game on Thursday. Now, according to our sources at the NSA, they are just putting finishing touches to some few areas of the facility, which will be done before Thursday. Kickoff is at 4 p.m. And yesterday at the training grounds, the FA president and his vice, Mark Addo, were present to watch their team. Now, meanwhile, there's also another story coming in. And CAF, although granted Ghana a temporary license to use the stadium for the game against Angola, there are still some specific conditions that must be met before the next game in October. Now, these conditions include improvements to floodlight intensity, dressing rooms, the venue operation center, washrooms, the safe zone, and the stadium sound systems. Now, according to the communication director of the Ghana Football Association, Henry Asante Chum, who had granted an interview to Happy FM in Accra, he says that among the conditions set by CAF, the most challenging to meet is the establishment of the venue operation center. If that is not done, there may be a game against Sudan in the World Cup qualifiers will have to be moved to Morocco, and we just pray that does not happen in October. Now, away from the Black Stars, we stay with national team news, and this time to the camp of the Black Princesses. They kicked off their FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup campaign with a disappointing 2-1 defeat to Austria in their Group E opener on Monday evening. The game began with a midfield battle, but Austria's long balls into Ghana's box soon gained them control, resulting in Ghana conceding in the 12th minute. Austria were awarded a penalty in the 71st minute, which the midfielder Nicole Ojukwu confidently converted to double their lead. Despite the late surge from Ghana, including a stoppage time goal from skipper Stella Nyameche, Austria held firm to secure a 2-1 victory. Now let's hear from coach Yusuf Basigi on his explanations for the defeat.
Or maybe drawing would have given us much, would I say, motivation to play. But however, we have nothing to complain if we are playing against Japan. The only thing is to ensure that we beat them, because the mindset for us against Japan.
This is a competition where the third best team is going to the round of 16. Does that give you hope, even though you lost your opening match?
Yeah, it gives us hope, but we still want to go on merit. Even though third place is also a merit, we still want to fight hard and then get a respectable position in our group.
Now, skipper of the side, Afi Amenyako, says they still have 2 matches to play and is hopeful they can make amends.
As a goalkeeper, I would say football is a game by chance, and when the opponents get their chance and they utilize it, because that goal is true that we could have avoided, but that's football. So that's all I have to say.
What would you talk about your performance today? Were you satisfied with your performance as a team?
Yes, as a team, I think I'm okay. I'm impressed with how I saw my colleagues. We're all determined for the win, but unfortunately we couldn't get it. But this is not the end of the road. We still have 2 matches to go, so we are looking forward to that.
All right, so I think Amenyako is rather the deputy skipper for the team. So the Black Princesses will aim to rectify their opening loss when they face strong Japan on the 5th of September in their next group game. And remember that Japan defeated New Zealand by 7-0 in their first match after the Ghana game. They won 7-0, so we need to be careful. Now, Dreams FC has confirmed the transfer of 18-year-old winger Abdulaziz Issa to Spanish giants FC Barcelona, completing the deal on transfer day deadline. Issa, who was named one of CAF's top young talents, made headlines last season with his remarkable performance in the CAF Confederations Cup. We wish young Abdulaziz Issa the best of luck, and we hope that he will shine and become a big star for Barcelona. Now, Dutch giants Ajax Amsterdam have secured Southampton winger Kamaldeen Sulemana on a season-long loan. The deal includes the option to buy for €20 million at the end of the term. Kamaldeen, who joined Southampton from Rennes in 2023 for around €23 million, has struggled with injuries limiting his impact. Despite making 44 appearances for the Saints, he has only managed to score twice and provide 4 assists. All right, now let's turn our attention to some news around the world. And Manchester United manager Erik ten Hag has the backing of senior Old Trafford figures to deliver the sustained success the club craves. Now, the 3-0 humbling to Liverpool at Old Trafford on Sunday had directed pressure back on the Dutchman, but United have decided to let him stay. John Cross of the Daily Mail has explained why United decided to stick to Erik ten Hag.
Ten Hag's our man. He's our man for the long term. We made this decision in the summer to stick with him. I think one thing is absolutely crystal clear is that United have made their choice. They believe in Ten Hag. They think he's the man to go forward, and they've got to give him that time and that support and that backing for the long term, not just the short term. It would be crazy to change that mindset now. You know, us in the media are always knocking clubs for being too knee-jerk, and I do think Ten Hag, bearing in mind his record of winning trophies, the emphasis is clear. He's got to get United back into the Champions League places.
What do you mean? Sorry about that. Now, in transfers, Victor Osimhen has agreed to join Galatasaray on loan. Oh, but what happened to this Nigerian man? The striker flew to Istanbul last night and is due to undergo a medical today. And apparently, his coach, Antonio Conte, says the moment he decided that he wanted to leave, he has no place for him, and even offered his number 9 jersey to Romelu Lukaku. Unfortunately, the Belgian said no, it doesn't show respect to Victor Osimhen when he's still with the team, and so he decided not to take it. But with Conte saying that it does not fall into his plans, it means that Victor Osimhen will have to look for a club. He didn't go to Saudi, neither did he join Chelsea. Now he's going to Turkey to play in the Turkish Super League with Galatasaray. Well, we'll wait to see what's going to happen. Now, elsewhere, Fenerbahce, Besiktas, and Eyüpspor are all interested in signing Newcastle defender Kieran Trippier after Saudi Pro League side Al Ittihad also tried to sign a 33-year-old former England international. Now, West Ham are interested in former Cameroonian international Joel Matip, and Republic of Ireland international John Egan as they look to the free agent market for a new centre back. Now, Arsenal have turned down a bid from Al Ittihad for Leandro Trossard and issued a hands-off warning to the Saudi Pro League side. The offer involved a loan fee with an option to buy, but it was deemed too low to even consider for a player of the Belgians' importance, especially with no option to sign a replacement until January. Now let's do something on tennis. And world number one in the US Open, world number one Jannik Sinner produced some of his best tennis in the US Open so far to beat Tommy Paul 7-6, 7-6, 6-1 to set up an enticing quarterfinal tie against Daniel Medvedev. Now Russia's Medvedev, the 2021 US Open champion, sent an emphatic statement early on Monday with a 6-0, 6-1, 6-3 win over Nuno Borges of Portugal. Here is Jannik Sinner after winning that quarterfinal clash.
Yeah, it is a bit different. Obviously, it's a huge honor to play in this court here. Evening sessions always very, very nice. Thanks everyone for the support. It's amazing. We both didn't play our best tennis. It was a little breezy, a little windy, so we tried to find our rhythm a little bit. I found it a little bit in the end of the match, but yeah, I can be very proud today. It was a tough opponent, so I'm very happy to be in the next round.
All right, so that was the fourth round win for Jannik Sinner, who will be playing against Daniel Medvedev in the quarterfinals. Now, for the women, world number one Iga Swiatek moved confidently into the US Open quarterfinals with a 6-4, 6-1 straight set victory over Lyudmila Samsonova. Now, the five-time grand champion Swiatek will face American six-seed Jessica Pegula in the quarterfinals on Wednesday. Iga Swiatek was excited after her win.
Well, at the beginning, I felt like we were playing kind of men's style, just holding our serves. But I knew that if I'm gonna keep pushing, I may get some chances to break Ludmila. So that happened in the last game of the first set, and I'm happy that I was there to close it. And in a second, I was leading, and I just wanted to, keep being focused, not let my mind drift off. So I'm basically happy with the whole performance.
All right, so that's it for sports here this morning. I guess you did enjoy yourself. Meet us at 3 p.m. or 3:05 for the last sports